Hello, boys and girls. Vic. And Vic and Dion, welcome in the chat room. Good to have you along, guys. Now, we will be finding an Elite Division Championship winner today. We don't know who that's going to be. There are only 3 names that can win it. Good to hear from you guys as well. I know this pandemic thing is getting quite intense some places, but still got sport to back up onto. The championship can be won by Neem Tisto, Darkrai or Tista today. So keep an eye on those three lads as they circumnavigate Laguna Seca the best they possibly can. And aim for a win. Let her rip, Ryan. Let her rip, Tater Chip. When the lights go out in about 2 minutes. They're almost ready to go. Ulysses Martinez, TPRT. I think we got one of your boys, Gabbo, racing in the Bathurst 120 on when is it? Sunday morning here in Australia, Saturday night on the 28th for you in the States, 29th here in the Australia, 29th of March at 10 a.m. Everyone will be in the lobby by 10:30 a.m. here in Australia. We will be starting the race. So the lobby will open this exact time right now on Saturday. Well, this exact time right now for everyone in Australia on Sunday. And then in about half an hour from this time will be the race start. So if you need to work out your time differences, the time is now that we will be doing it exactly the same time as we start everything here. Yeah, we've got some SFR, we've got some Race on Oz, and we've got some FNL1 eSports, the racing team behind Demo 1 involved, and then one just racing fan which was involved in the first annual one as well. Bert, he will be joining us, and it's a full grid. Chris, I'm going well. I'm pretty excited to see Laguna Seca go off today. DNA Hoodies, super ecstatic for the Bathurst 120. It's the second annual Bathurst 120. We did one last year in February, but we've been a bit busy, had things to do, and we've moved the second one back till March, the end of March. So we're not too far away from the date of the first one. The date of the first one, I think, was the 3rd of February 2019, and the second one the 29th of March 2020. Got the corkscrew to get through. Apparently it's a 2-story drop for those on track, so it's a massive fall from top to bottom. Road course is 3.6 kilometers, or for those on the old system, 2.2 mile. It's in California. I can even give you the phone number of the course if you want. It has apparently long been considered one of America's best. Its origins lie in the sports car races held at Pebble Beach in the 50s, which used public roads through the Del Monte pine forests. And then when racing was abandoned on safety grounds there in 56, organisers sought an alternative venue, and through public subscriptions, private enterprise, $1.5 million was raised to create a purpose-built road course on the former Fort Ord US Army base. And that's where we got Laguna Seca today. Race is about to begin. And again, don't forget, Bathurst 120 Sunday. Got a lot of people fighting for victory there. XL will be looking to hopefully defend his championship as he won it last year. Exotica in his new colours. Alrighty. I think I did see them before. But welcome along. We're here at the racecourse, Laguna Seca. My name's Josh Kane, commentating tonight's action from Laguna. Full grid. This is it for the championship tonight. Darkrai on top spot. Next to him, Neen Tisto, who can win it. Mikey Mike and Esme there on your second row. Waiting now for things to get going. Everybody revving high. Darkrai's to win. The Mazda doesn't usually get a good start, gets bogged down, and look at this, Mikey Mike's going to come around the outside of him early. And who was that on the outside? 5 wide before turn 1. Autista's had a big accident. Big accident for the man Autista. Bit of a, we might have to call a red there. I think that's what's going to happen. That's a shame. That was a good looking start. Don't think anyone got stuck, but we got through. Eric, good to have you along again, brother. So we'll get a restart. Alright, don't forget as well, they've got to use the medium tyre at least once. Wish I could read French. I cannot read French. I can read a little bit of Italian if you were to speak Italian, but not French. So we're just waiting for this one to get restarted. Some of the guys just getting some last minute warm up sorted. And we'll get back to calling the racing action from Laguna. Apparently that was a, that was a check to see if anyone got stuck on the grid. So the fact I call it red, it didn't matter. Disastrous start. Thank you for the translation. Thank you for those who are in French Canada. I can also speak French. Remember, we had the Canadian Navy with us one year when I was in the Navy, and there was the Algonquin, I think it was called. Whole bunch of French-speaking sailors. Didn't know what they were talking about. Very interesting though. Here we go. Neen Tisto. I'll tell you what, Laguna Seca doesn't have a good camera at the start. We'll get it going. Everybody's up and underway. 3 wide already. Autista squeezes out onto the sand. He's going to have to be careful as we charge into the first turn. Darkrai only loses 1 spot. Neen Tisto leading, but Autista's there already. And looking good for the PREC crew. J-Mag out wide, a lot better start this time. Formula tries to squeeze it on and threads the eye of the needle, making it 3 wide out of the first turn. Esme in the Corvette now just sitting on the tail of everybody else. J-Mag's going to be caught up on the inside as we make it around the first sector nice and clean. Everybody's been Well, they've behaved. It's been good to see. Third place is Mikey Mike, and he's holding off Autista's run as we start charging up towards the corkscrew now for the first lap. It was a pretty decent start there for most of the field. We're on board. Autista's made it up into third. Second, I don't know if there's been some accidents. Autista gets punted. So does Bill Bader. And, okay, well, apparently we're just going to reset that race. They keep getting me off guard. I can't read. Well, I called a red for the first one, didn't call a red for the second one. I don't know what that was about, but this is the last restart anyway. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. They called red. Anyway, it's the final round of the championship. Josh saying you used to hang with the Aussies on some of your deployments. We're a pretty laid-back bunch. I don't know what happened. There must have been an incident at the start. Somebody got called out. But boom! Clip that. It's a little bit early for me to be doing that at 100% peak. Axel, hopefully I'll warm up as we get into this race. My voice needs to warm up too. My Baku stream, Prince. Yeah, I'm sure my Baku stream... I haven't taken anything down, so... I'm sure you can find my old Baku streams there, where I was taking off a whole bunch of wings. Alright. I think this is the final restart for them. I'm not sure why the red was called last time, but apparently it needed to be done. Watch the start here from Darkrai. He doesn't usually get a good one. Autista from 5th though. He had a really good one. As we get up and up racing now, Darkrai again slow off the line. The BMW just rockets in front, and Darkrai's absolutely getting swallowed up by the field. He's now down into almost 8th position as he falls to 5th. Up the inside, we're watching Mikey Mike around the outside, and Autista 2-3 wide. He's been pushed off. Can't call a red for that, not for one driver. We'll continue on with Autista up the front, and there's Formula in 3rd place. So good start again. A little bit more aggressive this time around as the guys get raring to go. But this is DJ up beside Mikey Mike. Mikey, he had a really good start, but he's already fallen down to 6th position. So off the line, beating. Oh, he's going to go around in front of some of the cars. Big collision for him. Catch has been booted. We're going to have to call it surely a red for that. Yeah, they're calling... A lot of the guys... I don't know what happened to them there. That was chaotic. So a lot of them wearing early drama here. Can't call another red. We've already used a lot of them. Judoka gets caught out. Nintisto still leading though. Darkrai up in behind him. Sylvian, welcome along. Alright, apparently they're just going to call the red themselves. Again, not my decision. Disciplined than this, but I don't know what's going on today. The virus seems to have wrecked everyone's ability to stick by the rules. So they get an extra restart in there now. I don't know what's going on. A lot of the guys didn't like that they were, I think, called out coming up to this corner here. along Ender as well. Exotica wasn't in the last one. Well, that's my fault. I don't know about this one though. Exotica's here this time. Alright, we'll start again. This is round 10, remember? This is for the championship, so this is very important. We need to get this round done, and it needs to go off without a hitch. If they call a red after this, well, I think we'll need to sit down with the committee and talk about the rules, because some people, I think, have forgotten the rules. Anyway, we'll look past it. Darkrai, Mikey Mike. Watch Mikey Mike. Oh, I don't know what's happened there. That has to be a red. I think the servers are starting to die now. Absolutely. This is not a good look. So I do apologise. Something's going on here. I don't know what happened then. That was a weird glitch, I think, that we just saw. Oh, looks like some of the pit glitches are still happening. No, we got out. That was odd. I've never seen a car exit after the pit glitch. So, well, now I was talking about this game in my latest Talking eSports podcast. It's just me rambling on for 20 minutes, going over what the community says, the story of it all, with the penalty system. If you're into that sort of thing, I will be getting an audio version up properly on a podcast platform if you'd like that. So you can, if you're a podcast person, you can chuck your headphones in and off when you've got nothing else to do. You can listen to the videos in audio. So that is happening. But yeah, I did talk about the penalty system, the reaction to it, and what Polyphony Digital's, their attitude, what it's causing in the community, and what they need to do from here on in. So, sort of go over that in 20 minutes. I'll be trying to discuss a lot more issues in the sim racing community. There's been a lot of GT Sport ones, just because there's been so much happening in GT Sport. Again, let's get onto this race. Cody? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. We need to get this started. But that start there definitely needed to be red. We're waiting for the start here. This is Mikey Mike. This guy gets a rocket start. And we get going. It's a little bit cleaner this time. You can see the Mazda really gets bogged down once again. We've seen that absolutely every single time. And as Mikey Mike tries to squeeze on the outside, everybody else tries to squeeze on through as well. Exotica at the back. He gets on the brakes a little bit late. And he's rubbed some door panels as he's come through the order there. 11th. He was lucky no one got caught out. But Darkrai's already taken an early lead. This is where everybody has to sort themselves out now between Judoka, Mikey Mike, Bill Bagda. And they just somehow squeeze and order that one through. And Mikey's gone wide onto the sand. He'll rejoin, maybe in front of some cars. That rejoin, he was lucky no one else was caught out of that. Gnarly on the braking. He almost did that to himself, and he did. We saw him go wide. He was on the brakes while he was on the sand trap. And, well, there he is out at the back. But Darkrai takes the lead by 1.2 seconds. This is the best start he's had all day tonight. Esme up there in second for the Corvette. Judoka. A few of the AMGs now start to line up behind them. Formula there. Need Tisto, another driver that can win the championship, up into 6th position. And J-Mac. I don't know if we had a few cars. Oh, we did. Somebody, or Tisto, one of the other ones that can win. Went down at Laguna at the corkscrew. The elite. This is the elite level. And I don't know what's happening tonight, but a lot of them seem to have forgotten where the brake pedal is. Mikey Mike, who's had a really good start, seems to have he's out of this one early. Darkrai gets the laps counted down. We finally get onto the second lap as Darkrai is leading by 1.8. Esme now, but it's a fantastic battle up for this midfield pack with Nintisto's amongst it. DJ's there. Right on board with him. And I'm not personally attacking any driver if you are watching this back. When I say things, I'm just observing what's going on. Try to stay impartial to all of this as best I can. DJ, he didn't really get a good exit out of there. And I don't know what's happening. They've decided to restart this race. So, rule book in the fire pit. Exotica did punt them turn 1, but we've run out of reds. So, I wasn't going to call it. And they seem to... they recovered fairly well anyway. I know there was a punt, but no one went flying off into the sand trap at turn 1. I don't know what is happening today, Prince. This is very unprofessional. Obviously, Rocky, the main promoter and organizer, is not going to be happy with the way things have run. Yeah, it's not looking good. This is not what SFR needs. This is the final round. SFR needs to put on a good show. I don't know what's happening. I can't speak for the drivers. I'm sure we're going to hear about it at the end when they hear me talking about it. They're going to probably get a little bit angry. Maybe get a little bit offended at me again. Please don't take anything personally. But we're trying to put on a professional show, and especially when there's so many eyes of the world on us at the moment, when eSports is replacing motorsports, and we've got big organisations like Veloce, we've got the race, We Are the Race, even F1, which I've got to watch, putting on eSports shows. We need to be at our best. So I don't know what's happening here today. They're very fast. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe some of them have got coronavirus brain. And it affects your ability to tap the brake button. Alright, I don't know if I should get excited now for this 500th restart. But we can't keep doing this because we have to get through. We only got onto a second lap once. Watch the back of the field. Watch the front. Everybody getting ready. Revving high. Again, the Mazda will be stuck down. Mikey Mike goes out wide. Autista does again the same thing. The tricks don't change, do they? As we come through and up towards the first turn again for the... I don't know how many times it is now. Exotica stays back this time. It doesn't cause any issues. I think the rest of the field are going to get through too. They should be fairly happy with that. We're through turn 1. And the drivers now, they just need to accept if they make mistakes or things happen, right on with it. There are 42 laps. There's enough time to recover. Oh, again, Exotica knocks gnarly wide there. I think he was just losing traction while hitting the sand on the outside of the circuit. Esme's taking the lead in front of the Mazda of Darkrai. Nintisto's up there as well. So the PREC had a much better start this time. Mikey Mike as well. And we're going to get up towards the corkscrew. We had an accident here this last lap. Hopefully we don't see similar signs this time around. Mikey's right up on the outside. Braking hard. Going down into the corkscrew. Oh, big accident at the front. Nintisto gets spun around. I don't know if Darkrai helped him through. Some of the other guys get desperately jumping towards the front as they seek an opportunity to take the lead of this race. DJ now leads. Bill Bader's there. Mikey Mike back down to third. Some of the guys coming in early. I think getting rid of some medium tyres so we can get rid of Doogie, J-Mag and Exotica off your list. Remember, the medium compound tyre is mandatory once, but it's DJ leading from Bill Bader, then Darkrai, and Formula just sticking in behind. Mikey, oh, that was a wild run into the first turn. Esme dives down the inside as Mikey's run wide. A few of the other guys now sense an opportunity. Judoka trying to get on the power as well. Autista sticking with them in 8th position. Gnarly a little further back with his teammate Catch for Rockefeller Racing. And everybody is starting to get it together. The green machines represented there, 9th, 10th and 11th. J-Mag, Doogie and Exotica down the back end as they got rid of their medium tyres this lap, so they're done for the medium compound. We've lost one driver. Tisto, we lost him after that accident, so, well, I don't know what happened. Either he had a mechanical problem or he was not happy with the way things happened. Sometimes that happens, but again, it is a 42-lap race. There's time to clamber things back, even if the first lap didn't go your way. But anyway, we'll get on with this one. As we now watch Mikey Mike and Catch fight for position 8. You can see Catch is right up inside the gearbox of that BMW, and he's got his teammates just in behind for support. So if they need to organise an offensive, there's definitely backup ready and waiting. Prince of Underground saying you've seen these guys at an amazing level. It is the elite division too, so you're not wrong. They put in some very quick laps. But yeah, today they just seem all over the place, not sort of in the zone. And anyway, we got the race started, so we can start enjoying some of the racing action that we have ahead of us. Let's go through some of the order now, and I think everybody's on the soft tyre at the moment. There's Dark Right, Bill Bader, Formula, DJ. No, we've got one on medium. It's Esme. Esme's on the medium tyre now, so we can tick him off our list. Soft there for Judoka. Another one for Autista. Those PREC guys like to run the medium a little bit longer than usual. Some of the guys trying to get rid of it early on. Mikey doing the same thing. And there is Catch. He's on the soft tyre himself. Gnarly. Medium. Soft for Speak. DNA's back on the soft. So is Doogie. Exotica. And yeah, that's where we stand at the moment with the racing, the way it is. Dark Right up the front though, but you can see this midfield pack is quite congested, and there's a lot of action to be had as we fight for these positions. Definitely coming for the podium. Formula just holding off DJ well in the AMG. There's another AMG ahead of them, so the AMG's favourite here at Laguna at the moment. This is Esme. This is the gap he's got. This is what 8, 9 tenths looks like on track. It's not a lot, but at the moment not close enough really to sort of show a nose and put the pressure on anyone in front. But DJ will be well aware that he's got this PREC driver lurking in the shadows right behind him. As I say that, Judoka lines up a move on Esme, and the AMG driver at the moment sticks in behind. Mikey Mike also, you can see, falling back in behind Autista. So PREC doing well. Oh, Judoka, he might take the inside line for the corkscrew. Gets on the brakes super late into the apex, and he's done it. Great little bit of overtaking from Judoka there. And Mikey hasn't gotten around the Lamborghini of Autista in 7th. So let's see if we can't see what happened on the start lap. Looks like the replay sort of broken there a little bit. JNor JL followed us on Twitch. Good to have you. I can't choose Tisto because he's not in the lobby anymore. So in the replay I can't pick him. But as we're waiting for the race start, don't know why it's taking so long to go. Watch how Mikey Mike attacks this one. There's the red lights. Lights out and racing. And he went immediately to the outside. Tagged Darkrai slightly. Esme was there. We're going to do a full lap because we want to see the incident with Tisto. As we come into the first turn, everybody tagging. Someone almost went around there, one of the green machines. That might have been... It was either Gnarly or Catch, I think. But Tisto is up into 3rd as we sit at the moment. And this is on with Darkrai. He did catch Esme and get the overtake, which was nice for him, before we got to the corkscrew. Nataku hosting. Welcome and thank you, Nataku, for hosting. Hosting is something I've got to organise and get a better alert there for everybody. He was side by side with Esme. That was a fantastic overtake. Now, I don't know what happened to Tisto. There he is in third. He gets it up into second. He tags the side of Darkrai. You can't really blame anyone else there but Tisto. I mean, it's a racing incident. So, yeah, it was just one of those things. We'll go back to the live racing now. We're on lap number 6. And DJ in Formula. And even Bill Beta. So the battle for second now has heated up. And the gap between them is just about accumulatively 1 second. So this is very interesting. Max, what is cracking on? Good to have you guys in chat as well. Good to see you. As everybody else now sort of trails on. We've seemed to have lost a few down the back. Speak Loud and Gnarly are just stationed together. I wonder if we've had a few pit stops through that situation. Well, soft tyres for Catch now. Doogie and Exotica right at the back. He's running the new livery for BDRT, the hot pink livery. And it's a shame he's not doing a little bit better up the front. But hopefully he can make some positions up before the end of these 42 laps are all finished. Darkrai continues on, but this is where things are getting very, very interesting. Second place, Bill Beta has managed to build a bit of a gap on Formula. And that podium fight continues. Down into fourth. We're waiting for Jidoka to catch them up. So it's a four-way battle now with AMG Mercedes as the Mazda of Darkrai takes it away. And if he's definitely going to win this championship by winning it today. So he's got that settled and focused on his targets for the end of this one. And is saying Discord is going to be lit. You're not wrong. There's going to be a lot of arguing. There's going to be a lot of complaining. Probably a lot of blaming as well. Hopefully everyone can just stay calm, cool and collected and enjoy the action that was today and keep it civil. I know we're all competitive, so that can sometimes come out and you know, get the better of us sometimes. Emotions can sort of run rife. Yeah, it will be lit, but hopefully they keep it civil and everybody can stay friends at the end of the day, because we're all here to support each other and put on a fantastic race at the same time. So this is the battle for third. It stayed sort of stationary where it is at the moment. They keep catching up to Bill Beta, falling off from him again. So Bill Beta, I don't know what he's playing at here. He's in second, and he will have to be wary of the two in behind because they want to occupy second and third themselves. Last lap there, 129 from Bill. Tisto had an issue. He did dive up the side of Darkrai. Look at the run. Formula got out of there. And he tries to squeeze up the inside. He darts over the top of the curbing. And as the AMG car just bounces up, he takes second place. DJ wants to come through as well. He wants to get part of the action that's happening. But Bill Beta's not making it an easy task for him. And while that's all unfolded, Jidoka has reeled these cars in, and it's now a pack of 4 Mercedes, all fighting for podiums. DJ might squeeze it here at the corkscrew. It's a adventurous move. He gets spun around, and he's going to be caught up on the inside, and he's going to be losing. Oh, he's lost a lot of positions out of that. Surely he didn't leave. Oh, he did. That's a shame. DJ left. Again, I don't like it when mistakes happen in racing. And we're only 8 laps into this one. I know you were fighting for a position, but it's hashtag never quit. Would like to see that mantra followed a little bit more by sim racers because I don't like it. I see it happen at all levels. I see it happen at the professional level where they're getting paid. We see it at the elite level in competitions, and you also see it in the lower and mid levels with leagues that we run like that. I can't get on board with people leaving a race, especially if you're not terminally damaged or have got hardware issues. But anyway, we'll leave it at that. Speak Loud's got 7th place. J-Mag's there in 8th, and the gap opens up. Gnarly's got some competition as Bill Beta, I think, has come out of the pit lane. And he's working his way forward now on some crispy, fresh new tyres. Yes, new soft tyres there for Bill. But it's Darkrai who is surprising us all. Probably not surprising us, but he's putting on a masterclass here at the moment. His soft tyres, well, they're really lasting the distance, aren't they? And Darkrai's last lap time, a 1:21. So he's actually getting quicker as this race continues. Judoka now holds third. Esme's up there as well. Mikey Mike. So we've had a few of the guys filter through the pit lane. Bautista, is he still running the mediums? He can win today's race as well. He is. He's still running those mediums, so he's going for a long run. Mikey also on those medium tyres, so that's why we're seeing these guys stick out a little bit longer. Same with Esme. The only two ahead of us are on soft, so different strategies all through the field now. Anything could happen, and it's going to be very interesting to see what works and what doesn't. Michael Clark, I went from last to third. I don't. He says you do not understand quitting. I do not either. I do not either. If you do think of quitting and you've got a broadcaster streaming for you, imagine being in my position and going, nah, just going to quit. Just going to stop the stream. Think about that. Think about all the people that have, have put the time in, the effort into race today, and those that have organised the racing for you as well. Those that keep track of all the points through the week. There's a lot of people that go into a race weekend. So while I can understand the frustration when you get spun or knocked off or punted and you want to scream at the world and blame everyone around you, sometimes you're letting down a lot more people than just yourself. J-Mag there in 6th position. He's still holding away from Bill Bader, and Formula has managed to stay in front of him. So Formula's looking good here in the AMG. These guys will be, well, you'd think net second and third, but we'll have to wait and see if those medium tyre runners that we've got up the front actually can get the overcut by running a longer strategy here. There's no one in behind Bill Bader to give him any trouble at the moment. But up the front, we've got Formula now just in behind J-Mag, the AMG Mercedes once again. They all come back in together. Yeah, thank you, Michael. I like it when you guys let me know your online names, because I don't always know your real names. I know your PSN names. Like Little Mac just told me name's Michael. Little Mac will be in the Bathurst 120 as well. That's a 2-hour race too, so if anyone quits that race, they will be on the blacklist for number 3. So in comes J-Mag. Team is ready and waiting. It's a long pit stop here. It's a very long pit lane. So I don't know if you remember at Bathurst it was quite short, but it's a lot longer in the pit lane here today. So that will play in everyone's calculations. Ryan, you're on the money there, sir. And thank you for trying to keep it civil the way you've done it. But you're right. That's exactly right. There are people that are itching to get into the top flight and are putting in the hours and the commitment down in the lower leagues. And you're right. Spots are limited, so you should really be taking the most of your chance with that spot. Esme, I think he's going to run deep. I don't know how he pulled that thing up there. As Mikey Mike and everybody else stuck right in behind him. But it's these PREC boys now. They're looking strong as the leader pits. This battle, though, continues. We're on board with Autista in the Lamborghini. Nobody going inside the pit lane just yet. Oh, he might chuck one up the inside there on Mikey. Oh, he had to pull it up real quick smart because Mikey was going to shut the door as the apex appeared. And let's have a look at the run-up to the corkscrew last lap. Everything was quite close. Esme, I didn't know he was going to pull it up. They weren't as close to each other as the camera angle made it appear. Esme got the back end out, but he collected it back up again. you can see now they're running away from the man in the Lambo. Autista wants to get up the front of the pack. Oh, Esme! Big moment for him. Let's have a look. He come around the corner. I think he touched the outside sand. There he did. Oh, look at that. The Corvette was squirming and worming all the way over the track. But he's done well to correct it, and he's back on track up into second. Darkrai still leads comfortably by 3.6 seconds. This one looks like it's all but in the bag. I don't want to curse him with the commentator's curse, but he's looking comfortable. You know what's funny? I think it's all us old military guys getting upset about the commitment levels. I think there's something to that. Anyway, Formula down in 5th place. Bill Bader, he's fallen off a little bit to 6th, but it will be interesting to see how he slots back into everyone after they pit stopped. Mikey Mike was on the mediums. He's now getting off of them. Where does he come out into the order of things? Speak Loud and Catch in behind. I think J-Mag might chuck one up the inside at the last turn. Fantastic little move. And that's how you race around Laguna. That's how you race. You give each other enough room. J-Mag definitely had the move on. And Catch gave him the room to make it stick. So good racing down the back order here. 8th and 9th at the moment. Let's see how J-Mag lined that one up. Just got a good exit. Saw the gap up on the inside. And he just went for it. So, great little move. Back on board. He's in 9th now. Looks like Speak and Mikey Mike got out ahead of them. So things are getting very congested. The PREC boys now, do they work together? Autista goes ahead. And Esme drops back into the final podium spot. Is he going to be holding up Formula, who is coming and charging through down in 4th? Taku saying Exotica's new livery colour will be hot pink. I like it. It's good to see. Oh, so Esme's in. That's why we saw the swap over. Autista's in too. So they're getting rid of the mediums. Some of the long runners now ditching the harder compound tyre, and they'll be finally putting in the quick laps, as they will be on the soft tyre for the first time this race. They've run 15 laps already. Darkrai grows his lead now, 9.7, almost 10 seconds over the closest rivals behind. And this one is Formula. This is the battle that's raging now for the podium. It is just these two for now, but watch how the strategy calls from those around start to condense things as we get near the end of this one. It is. It's a very long race. 42 laps. There's a lot that can happen. So, yeah, I'm surprised. Crash test dummy livery. That'd be funny. One of those with the little black and white crosses on it, marking like the structural points on the car or whatever they represent. Judoka from DNA, he's doing pretty well. Mikey Mike's now out in clean air for Team GTCQ in the BMW. Autista's come out in 6th, and he's got a lot of people trailing him behind. J-Mag and Speak Loud amongst them. Catch is there in 9th. Bill Bader's gone in from 3rd. So they're not running the soft tyres very long here. Very short stints. I thought they'd be able to get a little bit more out of the soft tyre, but seems it's just not the case. Autista. There comes Bill Bader. He'll exit out of this first turn. I think Speak probably will get in front of him. Let's have a look. He will. Oh, there he is. There's Bill Bader there. So he's just got him. Just nudged ahead of Bill. Bill will not be happy falling in behind. But that's how things rolled here at this stage of the race. 16 laps down. So that's a good overtake for Speak. He'll be happy with the way that one's worked out for him. And maybe the overcut is working for some. Bill's getting nice and tight now to the back end of the Rockefeller driver. Also in an AMG. Is he going to go for a move at the corkscrew? He's definitely got the inside line to do it. Bill Bader also had the traction and speed out of that last corner. Almost goes a little bit too deep. And Speak, he's not giving up on getting that position back. Definitely pressurising Bill as much as he possibly can. But looks like it'll just be a futile effort for the time being. Mikey Mike's doing really well in fourth. He did well last race as well. He seems to be quite comfortable in fourth position. Once he gets sort of in clean air by himself, he's sort of uncatchable at that moment. Clark, I think they seem to be running like 6, 7, 8 laps on softs, not any longer. Sometimes 6. We'll keep an eye on it through this stint. But yeah, they don't seem to be running very long at all. Darkrai, let's get a look at his tyre situation. See, Darkrai seems to be able to make his tyres last a lot better than those around him. He's really calm. Looks after the rubber beneath him, and he's still able to pull out some very quick competitive lap times and keep the lead. There's Formula, similar situation as so is Judoka. Mikey Mike at the same stage. Bautista now back on some softs. He was running mediums early on because we've 121, so he's getting the lap times there competitively. Bill Bader, 127, but he did come out of the pits last lap. It's Speak, Loud and Esme, 8th and 9th now. We'll have to keep an eye on the next one that comes in, but it looks like they're only running 7 to 8 laps on the softs. We saw some of the other guys run 15, double that with the mediums. Here comes Esme. Up towards turn 1, the Corvette charging forward, gets ahead onside the racing line well before the braking distance, the braking zone rather, and 8th position comfortably becomes his. A lot of distance now between a lot of the drivers. I don't know if some of them are struggling here at Laguna a little bit. It is a tricky circuit to be quick on. Gnarly now in unlucky 13th. Let's get an update with the Rockefellers tyre strategy. Soft tyres for these two. Mediums at the moment now for Catch. So Catch can be ticked off the mandatory list because he's running them right now. They're really falling off the pace somewhat there. So these guys, this is sort of the lull of the race before we see the next round of pit stops. That will be when I think everything starts to heat up again, as the strategy right now has sort of separated the field out somewhat as we run through the order. Almost picking, they're almost equally distanced apart. Doogie's inside the pits. So is Exotica. Here we go. Taku's saying he could run 10 to 11 on softs. Yeah, well, they seem to be running a lot less, but maybe the first stint they were just a short run. So keep an eye on Doogie and Exotica. They were in lap 19. Keep an eye out for when they come out again. Can Catch get back ahead of him? Oh, I don't think he will. The green machine will be side by side with your Apex AMS driver, and as we get through the exit, Catch didn't quite have the traction or the grip on his part of the track to make that work for him. It's Aston versus the F-Type, and the Jaguar just ahead. So two British engineering machines fighting against each other now. Doogie looks pretty comfortable though in 10th. I think he's got the extra pace over Catch at this point of the race. So Doogie just needs to eyes forward now and keep his eye on the prize, which is that checkered flag after these 42 laps are elapsed. Remember, lap 19 was when he was in, so fresh set of softs for Doogie. The gap at the front between this man and Darkrai, 14 seconds. I don't think anyone's going to be able to catch him. It's right on board with him and see how he navigates a lap of a Laguna Seca. Well, we've got the opportunity to. Sound up. You see, searching for every possible extra bit of road by using all of the curbing through the track. And I think that's how Darkrai's been able to successfully increase the lead that he's got at the moment. Mikey Mike's taken second because things have changed now for second and third. I don't know where that happened. There must have been some pit stops. I don't know if you realised, but that was my sneaky way of leaving the room. This is where the overtake happened for Mikey. Up the inside of Judoka. Clean as move. He'll be happy with that. Squeeze the BMW in past the AMG. Two massive cars, GT3 racing cars. Side by side on a Laguna Seca. I don't know how they managed to find the room, but they've done it. And he's now up into second. Judoka gets the back end flicked out a little bit. Bautista, Bill Bader and Formula now. This one sort of reversed the order a little bit. J-Mag's inside the pit lane this lap too, 21. So yeah, they're running at about 7 laps on the softs. See if we can't confirm that again a little bit later. Doogie's up to 8th position. Bill Bader runs wide, flicks up the sand on the outside of the track. He's wearing a few war wounds from some contact earlier somewhere in this round 10 clash at Laguna Seca. Formula's looking for a way past, but the gap closes. Bill Bader knows he's coming. Can Bill Bader do anything about it? This is where Formula might have a crack up the inside if he finds the gap opens up for him. A little bit of a tag before we hit the braking zone. Come down 2 stories at the corkscrew. They've done that well, those guys. Been practicing by the looks of things. And this duo will continue on into lap 23. Now, hopefully everybody's having a fantastic weekend. Kept yourself safe and healthy in these times, because you want to be around to watch more motorsport. Doogie's in 9th place. New tyres for him, so 3-lap old tyres now. And there's Speak Loud in 10th place. Exotica holds 11th. And the rest of the field, we've lost 2 early on. And Catch, well, he brings it up in 13th. It has been all about Darkrai though earlier on. His lap times continue to drop and his gap continues to rise. 22.3, almost 22.4 seconds as we near the halfway mark of this race. This one is surely his to lose at this point. Mikey Mike's managed to build the gap on Judoka there. So this BMW driver is looking strong. And looks like the DNA driver will have Puerto Rican driver on his tail soon enough, increasing the pressure somewhat. Let's see what the Lamborghini man can do as he chases down the AMG Mercedes just ahead of him. Oh, he's gone inside the pit lane. This is what I was talking about. Very different strategy calls from everybody out there. Again, I don't think he's been on the tyres for that long. Formula and Bill Bader, though, again side by side as these two switch and change up positions like it's going out of fashion. Formula's going to get it here up down the front straight into the first turn as we crest the hill into the braking zone. Will Bill get the crossover? He didn't quite have the pace to do that, but Formula sticks it, makes it work. 4th place now his. He'll be oh no, big accident on the exit. I think he tagged the outside, the grass, or the sand rather, on the outside, and that sent him flying off into the runoff. And he's losing so much time as he recovers. J-Mag's coming. J-Mag can't believe his luck after that small mistake. That's all it takes sometimes. So Formula now has an absolute mountain to climb, and he's got no gear with him, so he's been called out. J-Mag might be able to get him here. Formula will have some dirty tyres he needs to clean. It's going to probably take half a lap to get rid of the debris that he picked up in that gravel trap, but he seems to be dealing with it just fine. J-Mag hasn't been able to get around him yet, or look likely that he's going to give him any issues. This is how it happened. Watch how fine these margins are. This was the overtake as well. Great little bit of overtaking into the braking zone, and he'd made it work. But as we come on the exit, he hit his apexes nicely, crossed the one on the exit, and then he just opened the corner up a little bit too much, and he just got one wheel off onto the gravel, and that's how he ended up out there. So J-Mag stuck with him though, which is good to see. Josh making the point that there is no grip out there. There is none. Sand is not a very, very grippy surface at all. That's why we don't use it as roads. Formula was looking strong. It's a shame. He looks like he's going to be able to hold off J-Mag though, so at least there's consolation in knowing that he can do that. Doogie's now 9th in the F-Type, and his last pit was lap 19, so if he's coming in, if we're saying they're coming in every 7 or 8 laps, maybe lap 27, 28. So what is his tyres like at the moment? They're not too bad. So we'll keep an eye on it. Bill Bader went in though, and he's taken some fuel. He will drop through the order, but he will be net ahead of some of these fellas now. Doogie's there. It's going to be a tight battle between Bill and Doogie. I think Doogie might get him if he can just get on the power now. He does. And Bill drops the 9th behind his teammate. I mean, at least he's behind a teammate, but still doesn't make it any easier for him. The leader's in as well on lap 26. So let's see what happens. Do any of these guys react, or are they running a different strategy now? There's Mikey Mike and Autista, 2nd and 3rd. Waiting to see if they respond to what the race leader's doing. No, they're going to continue on. And don't forget, if you are new, my name's Josh Kane. Commentate plenty of eSport racing. And we've got plenty of eSport more racing coming up all the time. And if you are organising a league event in the off season and you want it streamed, just let me know. We can work something out. We'd love to have more racing action here on the channel, so more ways available to work out something if you've got a race yourself. If it's a one-off or a league event, just get in contact with me via my Facebook, my Twitter, or if you got me on Facebook as a friend, you can do it there too. So just let me know. Or in Discord. We do have a Discord. We do have a new Discord that's full of very active sim racers. There's a new link in the description. If you did join the old one, make sure you're in part of the new one, because it's the FNO1 eSports Discord, our racing team partner in the eSports world. Demo 1 is the broadcaster, FNO1 eSports is our racing team partner. So that's where you go. We've got lots of people there talking about all sorts of things. I know there's lots of Discords that people are in, but there's another one if you want to get involved. Link in the description for everybody. You're all welcome. Esme's holding up fourth pretty well, but it looks like the two drivers in behind him, they could soon be knocking on the door and asking to come in, because they've got some extra pace, finding some extra pace now. As we're just past the halfway part of this one, and this one's, like I said, will heat up when we see all the phases of strategy calls and the pit calls made. Hopefully the field will condense once again. We'll get some close racing towards the end. Usually is what happens. But these three at the moment haven't been able to lose each other at all. Or a little bit wide there from J-Mag. Thank you, RSUT. CUT. Sorry, I'm not very good at saying people's names. CUT. Thank you very much. It's my Australian accent that makes it sound even worse sometimes. Esme, he is in trouble. That Corvette. Let's have a look at his tyre situation. This could be probably playing a role. Yes, look at that. He's almost out of fuel. He's been running those softs for a long time by the looks of things. And Formula is stalking him. Surely Esme comes in this lap. He will. So Formula goes on. That was a long call. Autista's in too. Esme's in too. Mikey Mike. So they all jumped into the pits at the same lap. Lap 28. Where's the driver we need to watch? Exotica and his bright pink livery, which we've been told is his new colour now. Mikey's out. Just behind Autista there. So I don't think Autista filled up. So we did jump him a little bit in the pits. DNA now holds fourth. Second and third, Formula. He won't hold that for long because he's on a different pit stop rotation and different phase to the drivers now just coming out behind him. But this one seems to be heating up now as we are on the charge to the end. There's Esme. He needed a lot of fuel. Doogie, he just came out, so he did run actually about he did run about 9 laps then, 9-10 laps. So maybe I was underestimating by at least 2. So it didn't seem like his tyres were that dead a few laps ago. So I'm just not sure. It just seems a little bit quick to me. Anyway, second and third. Let's call this action as this one starts to get quite competitive. Little Mac was telling us that, Nataku saying in testing he could run 10 to 11 laps. So that checks off here as well under these race conditions. It just seems like a very short period to be running softs, but clearly the group levels drop off after that period of time, and that's why they're having to go in the way they're having to go in. Doogie falls up a little bit further. Esme comes out just in beside. Catch. I don't know if he's going to be able to get him. Esme was in there for a long time, wasn't he? Taking a lot of fuel. He's going to get the inside of Catch though. He will. Corvette cleanly passes through. Thank you very much. Catch has had a few people overtake him today. He'll be a little bit disappointed. He hasn't had the pace that he normally would, unfortunately. So Esme moves on. J-Mag and Formula get inside the pit. So this is going to be interesting. Where do they fall out in relation to the rest of the field when they take their tyres and take their go juice? Here is Formula for you. Let's see what happens. And he didn't take as much fuel. I think he's going to do a short stint with these mediums. It might only be a one-lap event here, and he'll come back in and get the rest of the fuel. But he wanted clean air, I think, to put a good lap down. So everybody else rotated through the pit lane. Our leader, though, Dark Right, has grown it. It was 22 seconds last time we checked in. It's now 28.8. This guy is an alien today. Out of this world performance. And it will win him the Elite Division Championship when he crosses that finish line at the end of the 42 laps. 31 laps gone. Not long to go now. So things will start to get quite aggressive amongst them as they see they're running out of time to get themselves up onto a podium or score as many points as possible. Autista was also able to win the championship today, but I think he needed a win and he needed Dark Rider to have a bad day. Looks like it's the other way around. Not that Autista's having a bad day, but he's not on top of the order where he'd like to be. He's just in behind Judoka at the moment. And Mikey Mike's not too far off. So don't discount Mikey for a podium here. He's been looking strong today. And he stayed out of mistake territory. And it's put him right up in contention now. Autista opens up the door, slots it through, and he gets second. Great little overtake there from Autista. Into the corkscrew. See, they try to cut try to make the track there as straight as possible to get as little lap time as they possibly can. Inside line for Mikey Mike. Judoka was forced wide on the exit, and there's another move. Judoka might be struggling with grip at the moment because the guys in front of him, they were just inside that pit box getting a fresh set of new everything. Formula. He's on the medium tire at the moment. Is he only going to do one lap? He did. So he'll come back in and he'll take fuel. Bill Bader just went in ahead of him too. Esme's coming around. He was he ran a long stint, but he might get 2 positions out of this. We're gonna have to wait and see where he comes out of it, because Formula and Bill Bader inside the pit lane. How long are they going to be stuck there for? Bill Bader not so long. This could be an interesting one between him and Esme as we wait for him. There he is. Braking now. I think Bill's just got him. He's into the first apex. Esme screaming hard to get to the second. As Bill exits, Esme goes flying past in the Corvette and takes 6th position. Great little bit of racing. We're still waiting now for Formula. I think he's done it. He did. He's come out ahead of everyone else, so he's got a little bit of free air to work with. But it's Bill Bader now. And Esme's on some fresh rubber. Bill Bader, a little bit. He's worked his rubber in a little bit. That might give him the advantage on this lap. Can he get the pace and the extra speed he needs to see his way through? Esme leads the way. Bill Bader wasn't able to do anything with it that lap. Judoka's inside the pits too. So this is where everyone's going to fall out and lose position as we do this next pit stop rotation. There's Bill, there's J-Mag. He'll definitely take 4th with a lead like that. Into the first apex, into the second, and gets onto the exit. But that gives something now for Judoka to chase. 6th position. Bill, he did manage to get up beside Esme, and it looks like he's done a really good job of it. Oh, he's done the same thing we've seen Formula do. He did correct it and collect it. Collect and correct and collect. Well done to Bill. That was a sketchy moment for him. Runs wide. Esme follows suit, and all that work Bill did undone by a small mistake by running wide. And now he needs to clean those tyres and get back up to race pace before Esme disappears. Let's have a look. Esme was defending quite aggressively into the first turn. Bill just dived it up down on the inside. And we thought he had it, but small mistake. Next few corners later, saw him drop to 7th. Ryan saying everyone on their own strategy, and it's shaking it up. It is. There is a lot of different strategy out there by everybody, and I really can't pick what's going to do what now. Darkrai's about to lap some of the traffic in, so that's how quick Darkrai's running. Autista's doing well in second. Let's get an update at the tyre situation amongst the field. We'll go back to the front. This is Darkrai. Flashing the lights, letting Doogie know he's coming through. Looks like he's got fuel to the... Oh, Darkrai almost cocks it up on the exit of the last turn. But somehow, corrective steering sees him push the car straight and forward again. That was very lucky. He does have a lot of time in hand, but he wants that gap to stay pretty big. Autista, I think his gap's dropping as Mikey in behind in that BMW is lurking and is definitely... Autista will need to keep an eye on him. His tyres look good too, his fuel looks good. So does Mikey. J-Mag, similar situation for him. Robinson Sanchez, thank you for hitting the like button there, buddy. And it's good to see you enjoying today's action with the Elite Division of the SFR GT Challenge. I'm Josh Gain here on Demo 1 Garage, the broadcasting eSports channel, and everything eSports as well. We'll keep you updated with all the professional and semi-professional eSport leagues out there. Demo1Garage.com for some news, some extra bits, some opinion pieces, and also on YouTube. We've got a podcast, Talking Esports, which is a sim racing podcast, and it's pretty sporadic, but we talk about all the big things happening in the world of sim racing when they happen. So if that's your scene, welcome along, and all the new people as well. Thank you, Stephen Cotton, as well. But this one's starting to heat up. We could start cooking some bacon on the amount of heat this battle is putting off. We could probably fry an egg as well. So, continental breakfast, maybe, coming. Autista, a little bit wide on the exit there. He needs to keep it together, because Mikey will definitely pounce if he's given an opportunity to do so. He's done it a few times today, and he's made the most of the opportunities given. And you can see J-Mag has his teammate Chidoka, but how do they sort this out? Are they gonna race to the end, or is there team orders in place? Chidoka, though, I think at the moment will have to work to get fourth. I don't think J-Mag will give it up easily. Welcome along, Robinson and Stephen. Some great battles, Stephen just commenting on there. We'll Pro Division next week as well at Laguna Seca. So we've got 6 laps to go. Got to count the lap they're on. Darkrai though, he's only got 5. He's looking good. Don't think with a 30-second lead he'll be losing that anytime soon. We are watching though this one heat up. And this one for 4th and 5th, and I think there's something happening down 6th and 7th as well. These guys aren't too separated, so there's a lot of little battles, one-on-one battles now starting to form amongst the grid. Exotica and Speakloud, I think, are about to have one as well. So there's a lot of action we have to keep our eyes on in the final 5 laps. The one we're really interested in is the podium finishes and 4th and 5th. Chidoka, how did he do that? It just looks like J-Mag was just left in his dust through there, so Chidoka seems to have done a good job of it. Esme's holding 6th up. Bill Bader will know he can definitely stay with him. He just needs to keep it clean. Catches into the pit lane here at the end. So I think that's a miscalculation by Catch because, well, he'll surely be running softs to the end of this one. So that's going to hurt his position. Exotica and Speak Loud, there they are. There's Gnarly. Where is Catch? He's just coming out. Exotica goes flying by. Speak Loud comes flying by. Can Catch, I don't think he's going to get Exotica or Speak here. This is going to be quite close between them. And he exits just behind his teammate. And the race is on. His advantage though, new soft tyres. Look at them. Let's have a look at it compared to those in front. Oh, they're pretty good too. And so are Exotica's. So Catch has a monumental task ahead of him as we run towards the end. Bautista looks like he's holding off Mikey Mike as the gap is now 1.2 seconds. 4th and 5th, they've separated as well. That's grown to 1.8. 6th and 7th, though, is getting really, really tight. 3/10 the gap between them. Esme sees this blue car of Bill filling up his rear vision mirror. Things are getting quite tense in the cockpit now. Top of your screen. You can see what Esme can see, and you can see that's what his mirrors look like. That is a car tempting to go around. What does Esme do? Bill Bader looks like he got a good exit through there. Esme luckily had the top end to just cover him off a little bit extra. But that Mercedes is lurking into the corkscrew. Bit of a lock up from both. Bit of a slide sideways from Esme. Things get heated. And Bill Bader now will slip it down the outside. He'll have the outside line to run the long way round, and it's worked for him there. Esme, immediate reply and attack back. He might have a go into the last turn. And you can see there's Formula. He's not too far away from them either. If he hadn't have made that little error earlier on, he'd probably be a lot closer. Bill Bader! He's gone. He's made the error that we've all done on the last corner exit. It is so easy to do that. And that has relieved a lot of the pressure that was building for Esme. Bill Bader, though, has a couple of laps in hand. He might be able to get it back. This was the fight at the corkscrew here. Watch this. Oh, he just tried to pull the car up in time. Esme, he had a lot riding on it. And Bill Bader did get ahead of him. As we come down, you can see it was getting a little bit sketchy for all of them. But watch this. Braking zone. Braking hard. Turning in. Just slightly tagged the apex. Ran a little bit too wide. Oh, the car, he's done so well to control. Just tagged the pit lane wall, but he's back up and racing. Penultimate lap now for Darkrai. It's been a monumental task. But a masterclass for him. Oh, Jidoka's inside the pits. I don't know if that was a miscalculation as well. Looks like... Does he need fuel? He's got 13% left. Surely that'll get him through to 2 laps. No, he didn't take fuel. He just... Oh, he needed to use the medium. So there we go. Bill Bader's come in too. So this is really going to shake it up. This is Exotica. He's got 9th place. Catch is there. I don't think they're going to be able to catch up to Bill Bader though. It's going to be a pretty quick stop for him. Darkrai's had to come inside the pit lane. He needs to take softs. Sorry, the medium tyre. This is where 2nd place is though. Bautista through the corkscrew. There's Mikey Mike following him. J-Mag's got 4th right now. Esme up to 5th. Formula up to 6th. And right in behind him is Jidoka. Formula just needs to keep it together now. Bautista coming down the start-finish straight, but there's Darkrai exiting, so don't get too scared as we start the final lap. Darkrai has a 16 second lead on those around, so he went into the pits first, he exited first. These 3 look like they're going to finish 1, 2 and 3. J-Mag Looks like he's going to take 4th here today. Esme's doing well too. Formula. Can he hold off Judoka? Probably can. And we're looking forward to seeing what happens here on the final lap. Bill Bader's now in 8th place. Catches up to 9th. Exotica. He's searching for a way forward now too. Speak Loud. And Gnarly. And there is Doogie. But it's this man, Darkrai, who's been a flawless performance from him today. And nothing he did today went wrong. It all worked. And at the same time, he's done enough to come across, take the win, and take out and the Season 2 Championship winner for the Elite Division is Darkrai. Well done to Darkrai. Autista got so close too. I think Autista might actually come 2nd, but we'll have to confirm that a little bit later on. Keep an eye up on the website and the SFR Discord for the final results, but Autista will come through 2nd. Mikey Mike, he came late to the championship, but he's done well, and he's shown he's a real force to be reckoned with in 3rd. This is DNA J-Mac, 4th place for him, and he's really come from strength to strength through the Season 2. And the DNA boys, well, they've done. They should be very proud of the effort they've done. PREC had a busy season, and they've done really well. They'll win the team championship surely. 5th place for him, Formula 6th, and 7th place. There's Judoka. Catch. Well, he's been trying hard in the Aston, and it's lacked pace at some races this year. And he has lacked pace, but he never gave up, along with everyone else from Rockefeller. Fantastic team of people. And 8th position for him today. Exotica, though, he's come from strength to strength, representing the Black Dragon Racing team very well. And he'll take 9th, just ahead of that green machine of Speak Loud in 10th. Bill Bader got 11th. Gnarly and Doogie, the rest unclassified. That's the end of the Elite Division race. We've got the interviews coming up if you want to hang around. But if you are new, welcome along. Don't forget to hit like to support us. And subscribe as well if you haven't already. Plenty more racing action here on Demo 1. Not just GT Sport, but Assetto Corsa, Formula 1, iRacing, all sorts of racing sims out there. And R Factor 2, hopefully, coming soon. So anyway, let's talk to the top 3. This is the race results. Darkrai, Autista, Mikey Mike. And we'll get Catch in to talk to us too, because he is one of the people helped organise this whole championship season, is the reason we get to watch racing this time every week. Oh, Phoenix. Team Phoenix are champions. There you go. They beat PREC by 2 points. So PREC were looking so strong. But in the end there, the consistency of Phoenix team winning it. So I don't know if you just heard that, Cooper, but a win for you and a win for the team as well. Well done. And the championship.
I didn't know we won the team championship, but
you did?
That's crazy.
Well, I don't know, and it's not official, but apparently you did by 2 points. So you beat PREC by 2 points.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I just put in a good performance today. I just had to be consistent today. So this is a combination that I like. So I shouldn't say that like I knew I was gonna win, but like I had done this combination I've done this combo so much that to the point where it's like homework basic, you know.
Well, it certainly showed, man, with the lead you had. Yeah, just just a walk in the park almost for you. But the start again, the Mazda let you down a little bit.
Well, I've gotten it together the last few weeks, so um, it's not it's not the worst anymore, but it's still definitely a big problem. But that's just how the cars are. So it's so unbalanced, and it's so you know, some cars will get good starts, some cars will not. That's just how the game is played at the end of the day. It really depends on your car of choice. You know, if you start in a vet, you have a more likely chance of winning the race just because of the start. But if you start for the Tenza, that task is really hard. You know.
Yeah, and yeah, well, it worked for you, man, and obviously all the hard work and the laps you put here paid off because no one could catch you in the end. So it got you the win and got you the championship too. So absolutely congratulations, masterclass from you today. Well done.
Thank you, thank you.
And Autista, second place. Team got second place too. 2 points, man. That's all it was. But an interesting race. How was it?
I don't know, man. This is a combo that I do not like. I mean, this combo was in last season FIA, I think, and I did not race it because I kept dying on turn 6 just before the corkscrew.
Yep.
And I really don't like this combo, but I knew that I had to do it, so my strategy was do not die. Just try to be smooth and do not die. Forget about the pace, do not die. Do your laps. And, well, I think it worked out to some degree. I grabbed second. It was not an easy race, and that start, gosh, it
Chaotic.
was not, yeah, to say the least.
Yeah, I couldn't follow it either, so I don't know how you guys were doing it.
Yeah. I just had to do 14 laps on soft with the Lambo. That was all I had to do.
Yeah, you did a long stint on the
Survive.
medium.
Yeah, I did 14, 14, 14, 14 lap stints.
And
2 pit stops.
how
That was it.
much quicker was running the long medium compared to just doing one lap like everyone else usually does?
I mean, I did not practice that, but I knew that you kind of lose like 14, 15 seconds every time you pit.
Yep.
So I just bet for one less pit stop. So that was my strategy. I think Antista was gonna do that, and also Esme. They didn't have a good race, but I think I did it.
Well, well done for sticking with it, and yeah, congratulations on second. It's just out of reach, Ben, but maybe season 3.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
No worries. And got Catch with me. Fortunately for you, wasn't the best, most memorable day, but I wanted to bring you on and say thanks for organising this season of racing, man. It's been so entertaining.
Yeah, man. And I apologize to everybody for the starts. We haven't raced at Laguna as a group, so it'll be something for the pro division to learn next week. But yeah, this E1 is really tight, so I'm sorry for all the delays. And GTS was having some problems earlier today, but it seemed okay right now. I just want to give a quick shout out. I'm really sad and disappointed that Nintisto got spun and didn't get to finish the race. I really feel bad about that.
Well, he spun himself.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
I didn't.
It was just a racing incident. It was a heavy move, breaking into the braking zone. He did tag Darkrai, and I think that upset his car, and that's just what spun him. So it wasn't anyone spinning him around.
Okay.
It was just the nature of the overtake, I think.
Okay, well, that makes me feel slightly better that it wasn't somebody else, but I mean, it would have been interesting to see how he would have fared out. But congrats.
He was close to
Cooper, man.
taking the championship too.
Yeah, he was actually in the lead going into this race, and so that could have played out a little different. But you got to tip your hat to Cooper. I mean, the guy is just a world finalist. He'll be there soon enough. So he's that for a reason. We're proud to have him in this league, along with Autista, the Prep guys. A lot of new teams came in late towards the season. I know that you noticed some of them too. It's hard to keep up, but TPRT, DNA, Rockefeller, Black Dragon Racing. These are all new teams that'll be forming and be back for season 3. But I really want to thank you. We couldn't do any of this without you. Got to give a shout out to Q, Ninja, we call him. He's done a lot of the editing this season, and it's been great. We still have one more race to go with Pro. But yeah, Josh, thank you so much to Demo One Garage and everything that you do. And we got some exciting things for season 3 coming up. I could give you a little hint if you want, for the people at home, for season 3. So this will be a little teaser. There will be no traction control allowed in Division 1. So that will change things off the start for people like Cooper, or cars like the Merc, or cars like the Vet. So that's a little teaser for season 3 coming up. We'll have some other things mixed in, and it'll be a good time.
Yeah, that'll mix the starts up a little bit, because they're the hardest part. And I know a lot of people just use traction control just for the start and then turn it off. But yeah, if they're not allowed to use it.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, here we go.
So, unfortunately, this race, these guys, just real quick. I mean, I don't know how Autista or even Cooper did 14 laps on softs. I mean, I had to change my strategy once I spun and almost killed myself. I went longer, but 14 laps is just insanity at this track on tires. So,
well, that was on the mediums for Autista. I don't know if you did. Did you do soft tires for that long, Autista? I know you did them.
Yeah, I did 14 on softs.
Oh wow!
I mean,
okay,
bro. I mean, wow. And a mid-engine car too at Laguna, that is not easy to do. So, again, these guys are all great, really top-of-the-line drivers. And once again, thank you so much, Josh and Demo One Garage, man. We love you, and we'll see you next week, and we can't wait to have you back for season 3.
You certainly will. Yeah, I'm excited for the last race last season. And yeah, thanks for having me. But it's not over yet. We got the Pro Division same time next week, and then the Bathurst 120, which you're in as well.
Looking forward to that again, man. Looking forward to that. This will be in a different car though, because the Aston and me parting ways.
Well, there you go. Oh, thank you, Q. He's chucked in $1.49 Canadian. Thank you very much, sir. And a rainbow as well.
Hey, big shout out to guys like 02 and all the people that are stream. I mean, awesome stuff. Ander, I know he's been following lately a lot, but yeah, we built some pretty great fans, and they're all supporters of you and SFR. I mean, it's a really it's a great thing. And lastly, before I let you go, I hope everybody out there is safe with this whole virus, and stay safe. Come watch some racing with us. Support Demo One Garage. Support all our channels, our Facebook pages, and
plug yourself too. Rockefeller Racing.
Yeah, at Rockefeller Racing, we've grown. We've got a lot more team members now that you'll see in season 3, hopefully. And we've grown, man. We came a long way since the early stages. So we didn't put on a great showing tonight, but I might finish like 5th or 6th overall. It's got to be decided, but I mean, you'll take that in the elite division with some of these talented drivers that we have. So got to get better, and we'll grind away. Shout out to Arrowhead. He couldn't be here today from Rockefeller. He's been working around the clock. But just to the whole Rockefeller team, and again, SFR community, and everybody out there that supports us, we love you, man. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Demo One Garage, and we'll keep it going. Congratulations to Cooper. He's an alien, and we'll be seeing him at the World Tour pretty soon.
Not Nürburgring, no. That one's called off.
Yeah, exactly. No, not that.
Just while I got you three guys here, I'll start with you, Coops. because I was talking about the penalty system. I wanted to gauge the community reaction. Is it better? Is it worse? Or does it still need work after they've done their little tweak to it the other day?
Well, it still needs work, but I think right now it's pretty okay. There are a few like bugs with it. I mean, I've seen people who've gotten like penalties off of like slight touches, but it wasn't as extreme as what happened on Wednesday. And I think a lot of people just got frustrated with how the penalty system is portrayed in this game, because it's been an ongoing problem ever since like the beta. This game had like penalty problems. So yeah, I'm actually glad they reached out to us and they changed it. But that also means that they still have a lot of work to do to fix it and perfect it, either for this game or for D7.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I just did an FIA race prior, and I was behind. Me and NZ were fighting a little bit, and I just I don't even think I really touched his back bumper at Suzuka, but it gave me a 1 second penalty, but it's much improved. And I'm glad that GTS took notice to the community, and essentially that's why this season is an exhibition round, because all the top players had spoken up. I do think they got it a lot better. Personally, me and Jadoko were talking about it the other day. He was on his stream. I think they should go back to like the first season. It was pretty good then. I don't know what Cooper or Otis to think about that, but obviously they definitely improved it from what it was. So that's a big deal. It helped.
Yeah, and if you're still there, Autista, what's your feelings?
Yeah, I think it's better now. They were definitely better, 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
I feel like they did a terrible job with the updates. But in general terms, I think that for the higher lobbies, it is better this way. But for the guys in lesser lobbies, splits,
Yep.
like some of the guys in Trek, they are saying like it's a tough race now, because they know that not many penalties are being given, so they kind of go for it. But I think that in the top split or higher splits, it's better now, because people are more patient, I think.
Yep.
So I don't know. Let's see. I haven't done FIA yet. I think I'm gonna do it now. So I'll see myself.
That's something they have to fix too, because it seems like the lower lobbies. No offense to any of those drivers.
Don't worry, that's me. So it's all good.
Yeah, but you get a mulligan because you drive a Ferrari, man. So I mean, that's serious. But yeah, in the lower lobbies, you can kind of get away with a lot more that I've seen, and it seems like they punish the higher lobbies a lot stricter. So like Bautista was saying, you get some people that take more risks in the lower lobbies, but when you're racing in FIA in the higher lobbies, like everybody kind of knows each other, so you still get your fair share of dirtiness and here and there, but for the most part everybody kind of knows each other. I think that's what we need, is like everybody to just calm down and realize that like one spot isn't going to make or break you. Like you can't win every race. Everybody's going for that 40, and it's something that you do need, but at the same time it just makes things so hard when you are racing. So I think they did a good job recently. I think it'll be fixed moving further. So let's hope. We keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah, I'm yet to test it myself, but that's something I've heard for years now, is that the penalties are different in the top lobbies to the something I'm in. So yeah, but it's just interesting to hear the community reaction to it all, because it was blowing up there the other day. Blowing up.
It certainly was. But again, congratulations, Cooper, and thank you so much, Josh. And you won't hear from me next week. You'll hear from whoever you have on the podium and your driver of the race. But again, I just want to thank you so much, and the whole SFR community and Demo One Garage, You're awesome, and we'll see you next race, and obviously we'll see you next season, and then at the Bathurst 120. I'll be proud to be part of that. Autista's in there too, and some other guys. So we'll see you then.
Absolutely, yeah. Thanks everyone as well that likes, shares, subscribes, donated. We had Q donating before. Zero's been doing a lot. Chris has done some. Damp Samage on Twitter. I know there's been more of you, but I got to get a list.
Where's Bethany? Where's Bethany?
Oh, I don't think Bethany's chucked in money, but she's definitely she's been a long time supporter now for a couple of years. So
I know. Yep.
Yeah, she is. So, but yeah, thanks to everyone. It doesn't matter how little or how much you can give. Just hitting the like button's all we ask. And thanks again to everyone. Thanks Rocky. Thanks SFR. But that ends it. And thanks to the drivers. And we'll see what happens in the Pro Division next week. So we'll see you guys all then. Good night and stay safe.